Hello and welcome to day 9 of the Hormone Reset Challenge. You've made it this far, which is incredible, and hopefully have had some really amazing improvements so far with some of the tools you've learned in supporting your hormones. I am clinical nutritionist and EFT tapping practitioner Serena Coventry, and today we're talking about the healing power of nature. And I absolutely love nature. I love getting out into the bush. I love getting off grid where I can. And so sharing the benefits of nature, I just feel is so important for all of us and our hormones and our mental health, our physical health, all of these different factors that kind of interplay with our health as a whole. So the impact that nature has on our hormones is actually quite profound. So getting your body out in the sunshine helps to produce vitamin D in our body, which is really important for sleep regulation, for our sex hormones such as estrogen and progesterone, which plays such a pivotal role in regulating our menstrual cycle. So where you can get out in the sunshine in the morning, sit with your body exposed to the sun for 10-15 minutes a day. I know right now in Sydney it's winter and the winter sun is absolutely beautiful, and that is going to help you to regulate your cortisol in the morning, which is kind of our wake hormone, gets us ready for the day, gets us energized. It's also our stress hormone, but there are healthy levels of cortisol that we do need to have within our body, so long as they're not too elevated for an extended period of time. Getting outside in the light just before it's sunset, when the sun is setting, we get that red light, is also really important for producing melatonin, which is going to help you sleep better at nighttime. Melatonin is your sleep hormone. So where you can, watching a beautiful sunset or just kind of as the light is starting to go down, get outside and just look at the sky. It's going to be really, really helpful for your sleep. Now, there's many different ways that you can get out into nature. As we said in our email, there is bushwalking, there are hikes, just even putting your feet on the ground really, really helps to connect you to that earth. Getting in the water, going for a swim, not only is it going to be good for your hormones, but it gets your body moving. It gets the blood pumping, it gets the circulation going. It's really incredible for your mental health and making you feel alive and improving that vitality. So especially in the week leading up to your period, if you do experience signs and symptoms of PMS, getting your body gently moving where you can, even if that's just going for an outdoor walk in the fresh air, is going to be really, really beneficial for you. A lot of what I teach with my clients is looking at inner seasons similarly to the external seasons. So if you've been following the seed cycle page for a while, hopefully, and you've been seed cycling, hopefully you're aware of the follicular phase and the menstrual phase and ovulation and the luteal phase. And what we can do is actually liken those to the external seasons. So when we look at our menstrual phase, we can liken that to the external winter. So if you think about winter, you want to get cozy, you want to get inside. When we think about summer, we can liken that to ovulation, where you want to be outside, you want to be energetic, you want to be around friends, you might have a little bit more energy, feel a little bit more playful. When we think about spring, it's that follicular energy. So when you're coming out of your menstrual cycle into that follicular phase, it's like you're kind of exiting this cave where you're coming out to the world. You might be feeling more creative. You might be wanting to reconnect with your friends again. You might be wanting to cook. You might be wanting to dance. And then we can liken that luteal phase to our inner autumn, which again is kind of preparing to nest, coming inward, slowing down a little bit, not keeping ourselves as busy. And when we are working in unison with our inner seasons and our outer seasons, it has this beautiful synergistic effect on the way that we show up in the world, the way that we kind of harness our energy, our creativity, allowing ourselves to have a little bit more rest in the seasons that we don't have as much energy, in the seasons that we need a little bit more nurturing, and a lot of time out in nature within those external seasons, really allows us to connect further with those internal seasons as well. So where you can plan out space in your diary, if you live near a national park, take time where you can go for a hike with some friends, or you can just spend a day kind of switching off. I find that a lot of us are inside all the time. I picture it as going from box to box to box, where we wake up in our house, we might get public transport to work where we're sitting inside an enclosed space, or we might be driving, then we're sitting in an office which often has artificial lighting, not a lot of fresh air, and then we come home and we go to the gym, which is also inside. So much of our time is constantly spent inside, and taking the effort, taking the time to get outside is going to really, really improve your mental health. It's going to improve your emotional health. It's going to improve your physical health because you're moving and you're getting outside. And it's also going to improve your hormonal health. As I said before, that sunshine supporting vitamin D and those yummy hormones to be produced efficiently where possible. And this week, I really encourage you, or today as a tip, I really encourage you to find a place where you can go outside and sit in the sun for 5-10 minutes where you can, if you have a balcony, if you have space outside your office in your lunch break, instead of sitting inside the office, if you can walk outside and plant your feet on the grass, if you can take a little walk around the park, or even on the weekends, plan a trip out to the beach. I know right now it is pretty cold to be at the beach, but even going for this barefoot walk along the water, letting yourself be immersed in nature, and I really, really think you're going to feel better for it. So pencil that time in your diary to be outside, to smell the fresh air, to be present, to move away from the screens, to move away from the encapsulated indoor areas, and it's going to have a massive impact on your hormonal health and your health as a whole.